Well, if you've been following us, you know that we had the barn doors were sliders, and we replaced them with roll-up doors like what you find on your house. Um, so we still have these. These were the original doors that were on the barn, and they were going to haul them off for me, and I told them I wanted them because I have an idea. Um, the these barn doors are gigantic, so I thought, why don't I take and make some raised beds out of them? I think it'll look great. It's made out of steel or aluminum, but it's painted, so, and it's been up for 25 plus years and it hasn't rusted yet, so I'm guessing that they should last for quite a while. And it's just, that way I can actually reuse these things and the metal and get some more raised beds, which I love. So if you look at each panel, there's four panels to this one door, and they measure approximately 34.5 inches this way, and then they run 9 foot 9 inches this way, and that's the panels. So you're looking at approximately there's two, so there's this one and the other one on the back of the shop, still laying on the ground. So what that equates to is roughly 80 feet, linear feet. Now there is a caveat, because with them being almost 3 foot in height, that would be way too tall for a raised bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure and I'm going to cut them in half so that they're only about 17 inches tall. And then I'll take this end here that's got this lip to it, and I'm going to take and curl it over with some pliers so that it's not a razor edge. That way it'll be safe. And then the other end that is razor edge will be in the ground, so it won't matter there as well. So that's the plans. Now that would be 160 linear feet of raised bed. I haven't figured out where I'm going to put it. I could run it along this fence, but I don't have water out there. Like I said, this is something that I've kind of been cooking up. I don't know exactly where they're going. I know how to build them. I know what the overall end product will be with these, but where they're going, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's going to be a lot of raised bed for sure, because if I did them up against a structure like the fence there, you're talking roughly 160 linear feet, because I wouldn't have to put the back onto them. But if they're going to be standalone, then it'll be back to the 80 foot, one on each side, and then I'll do end caps of wood. And I don't know that I'm going to do them all in one throw like that. I may put some here, put some there, but I do know that I want to get these built because I'm tired of looking at the barn doors still laying in the ground. They're an inconvenience. It's just laying here. I've had to move it a couple times, get Bertha around the thing. I've started taking it apart. You can see here, this is just, there's almost 100 screws holding these things together. So I've started removing these, that way I can get a better idea of what the panels, size, shape, that type of thing. So I'll know better kind of on my construction idea of what I need to go about. I do have a buddy that will let me borrow some sheet metal shears. In the steel industry, we called them nibblers. Fancy name, nibblers, but that's what they were always referred to in that industry. But he has a pair that he said he'd loan me, and I think they'll work perfect. I won't be able to get on any of those ridges with his nibblers. They're not very thick gauge nibblers, but any of these flat pieces. So I'll just basically measure half, and if I need to move over a little for a rib, I'll make an adjustment. But I'll be glad to do that. I don't even know what I'm going to put in the raised beds. I know we want some berries like blueberry, raspberry, blackberry, that type of thing. Don't know if that's what's going in them, but I got to build them first. So, and then that'll come later. So that's the plans. We're going to build some raised beds. I'll show you the kind of the end result, and then you'll learn where they're going to end up probably as soon as I will. So that's the plans. See you then.